what's up? This is your girl Nicole, reloaded, and we're loaded up with another video. I am coming on, it's early in the morning, and I've known for a little bit, but I finally hit 2K. I am so very happy. Thank you to all that have supported me. Thank you to all my brothers and my sisters. Family grind is actually I was talking to that was let me know that I actually hit 2K. I want to actually give a very big shout out to Tara Info. Tara Info, please go and subscribe to her channel. She will be having some content that will be coming up very, very soon. Things that you will be very interested in. You have Val and Coco, which she hit 1K. Here's my sister. This is my biological sister. Please go and check her channel out, Susie, AYSE. You have James Cox, which also helped me to get to 2K. Well, you know the story that I've been following recently, the Jasmine Elin story. This is my backup channel. Please go to my community and and make sure you subscribe to my backup channel. It's Nicole Reloaded as well. Make sure you also go and check out Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Fakes Live. Very great channel. Let's see. Okay. Make sure that you go and subscribe to One Truth 360 Live. You have Anna 411. But you gotta go and subscribe to my homegirl. When you guys don't want to hear about no drama, nothing that's going on YouTube, and you just want to enjoy and great food, go and hit up Val and Coco. Okay, these are videos of me reposting on my community. There's Val and Coco. Again, you got Rat and Jams, where, funk your sub for sub, which is actually a very cool song. Let's go ahead and play this.
Are vegans healthy?
Uh-oh.
Are vegetarians healthy?
We don't want any fake sub for subs, which is, a violation of YouTube. But he did a very good rendition of this, so let's go ahead and listen to it. I hope that it plays it.
It looks like you start to go by reaching your subscriber goal. Just for fun, let's take a look. Who's coming on your latest masterpiece? As a time of sub from studios of pussy. Using fake viewers and shallow people drive traffic into the street. You know why? Just bam. Like CV fireman, I got fly. Branching. What time you like it is under, man, I won't try. My rant. Bring it out in the open, man, you know why? Just bam. I got you get you back right now. Still ain't getting any views yet. Still ain't getting any views yet. Still ain't getting any views yet. Cause side boy, side do another for ya. Side boy, side do another for ya. Side boy, side do another for ya. A fake subscribe counts all you got. Cause an active side they don't watch. There's an act of something on why. There's an act of something on why. 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 Hell no! Stop. Wait a minute. Pussy strings and fake people in it. Strike my channel. Why you can't? 200 people watching now. That's a trick. Sub doesn't help when your channel is real shitty. So you notified to make unsubscribers to the mind subs from your stream. Just bam. Like TV. Fine man, I got blood. Branches. We're done it like it's on man. Oh, God. Alright. Bring it out in the open, man. Just bam. I got you, got me back right now. Still ain't getting any views yet. Still ain't getting any views yet. Still ain't getting any views yet. Side post up, do another for ya. Side post up, do another for ya. Side post up, do another for ya. A fake subscriber count was all you got. There's not the subs in a while. There's an act of subs in a while. There's an act of subs in a while. 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 Hell no!
For this is subscribe. I got you back. I promise.
Fuck yo, sub. Fuck yo, sub. Fuck yo, sub. Fuck yo, sub. I said funk yo, sub. Funk yo, sub. Funk yo, sub. Funk yo, sub. And no rain, keep on it. You got a high sub count, just blow it. You got a milestone to upload it. Go brag about it and show me. And no rain, I keep on it. You got a high sub count, just blow it. A fixed subscriber count is all you got. There's an act of something on why. There's an act of something on why. There's an act of something on why. An act of something on why. An act of something on why. An act of something on why.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl Nicole Reloaded, and we're loaded up. And you know what? It's early morning, and we're just going to listen to some good music and some good jams. And what I would like for you to do is hit me up down in the comments and let me know where you would like for my channel to grow and go. It would be truly, truly appreciated. I love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for getting me to where you know what I'm saying, where I am. Family grind, Tara Info. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me.
that is so far beneath the splendor of Solomon's temple that the old men wept when they remembered what they had had before. You know, it's one thing to have never had something, but when you have and lose it, there is a propensity to become depressed because you look around, see, and you say, God, I've come to this at this stage in my life. This is the wrong time to come to this point in my life. And there's a despair that breaks out in the human spirit to have it and lose it, to have lost life or finances or been loved and then not, to have been wealthy and then not, to have been employed and then not. Anytime you get the feeling of going backwards, it's very difficult not only to fight the perils of doing without whatever you have become accustomed to. That's one fight. But the other fight is to keep your mind uplifted when your situation is going down. So it's not enough that you're fighting the physical, tangible realities of the downsizing in your life, but you also have to fight the propensity that you have to just get frustrated and get mad and get angry and give up. And the old men wept. These men had survived castration. They had survived abuse. They had survived hideous treatment. They had survived slavery. They had survived imprisonment. But when they finally survived and came out of it, only to find that they had so little left, depression began to grip and envelop their souls. And then God speaks to them about their attitude about small things. He doesn't speak to them about the thing. He speaks to them about their attitude about the thing. For the thing itself is not the problem. Yes, it is a small tent. Yes, it is far less than what you expected. Yes, this is the wrong time in your life for you to be going through what you're going through. But God said, I'm not going to talk to you about the things. For the things that we see are temporal. And, oh, you missed a good shouting spot right there. The things that you're weeping about, the things that you're upset about, the things that you're frustrated about are temporal. The thing that is not seen is eternal. And so God said, while you are crying about the physical, God says, I'm concerned about the spiritual. Could it be possible then that God understands that the physical is a direct result of the spiritual? That the things that do appear are not made from that does appear. So God says, oh, I want that to sink in, that the things that do appear are not made from things that do appear. That everything tangible, touchable, physical, all matter that coalesce and form shapes and objects is not a result of the thing, but the thought behind it. This building was a thought. The pew was a thought. The dress was a thought. The car was a thought. So things that do appear were not made from things that do appear. And so while you are crying out about what you see, God is crying out about your attitude about what you see. Yeah, because he understands that if there is going to be any change, any rehabilitation, if there's going to be any development, if there's going to be any restoration, it's going to start on the inside before it flows to the outside. He's trying to get you to have this nebulous, indescript thing called faith, this indescribable, intangible object called hope. And he knows that if you've lost your hope, you are all the most miserable. You can lose your cash and still make it, but if you lose your hope, you can't make it. You can lose your car and still make it, but if you lose your faith, you cannot make it. You can lose Solomon's temple and make it, but if you lose your faith, what good is a fancy temple if there are no believers inside of it? What good is the Bible that nobody reads? What good is the picture that nobody watches? It's the little things that matter. It's the little things. Look at somebody and say, it's the little things. And we have a God who is vested in the little things. He is a God of the little things. You see, you are praying about big things, but you're praying to a God who is the master of the little things. You prayed about a big thing and said, Lord, I need an open oak tree, and you're waiting on him to send an oak tree. You're looking up into the clouds saying, God, if you don't send an oak tree, I will never have shade over this horrific life of mine. And while you're in the wrong way, he's already answered you. It's laying on the ground. It's called an acorn. He is the God of the little things. And the reason God gives you acorns when you ask for oak trees is because God knows that the oak tree is in the acorn. You have to have the faith to develop it to its fullest potential. Unfortunately, we've raised a generation of people who are not vested in development. We are a generation of people who want everything now. We want vacation. We want instant grits and instant coffee and instant sandwiches and quick lunch and fast food and drive-by husbands and take me to Vegas. We'll get married over the weekend. And then we wonder why things don't work. It's because we don't take the time to go through the process. Some stuff takes time. It takes time to be a great preacher. Don't let nobody fool you. Just because you know some scriptures and you can buy a microphone, it doesn't make you a great preacher. It takes time to be a great pastor. Just because you got a collar on doesn't make you a pastor. It takes time to be a great husband. Just because you're a male doesn't make you a great man. It takes time to be a good wife. You can't be that overnight. You have to survive some stuff and endure some stuff and walk the floor crying and go through some stuff. And after you suffer a while, and let me speak in the defense of all the acorn people. It is a frustrating thing when people don't recognize your potential. There you are with dreams, and there you are with potentials, and there you are with abilities and gifts, but because you haven't had an opportunity, people step over top of you. They won't hire you because you don't have experience. How can I have experience if you don't hire me? Is there anybody in here that needs somebody to see the greatness that's laying down inside of you, the unrealized potential, the power of what you could be if somebody would invest in your life? An acorn is an oak tree. We have a God. I think that he purposely avoids the big things, confounding the wisdom of this world. He uses foolishness and fools. He does not search through the refined intellectualism of people who think they have arrived. He purposely steps over people who think that they have a justifiable right to be who and what and where they are, and find somebody who's down on their knees saying, Lord, I know I'm not worthy. I don't have anything to work with. But if you need somebody, why else, when faced with a giant like Goliath, would God step past all the soldiers who had been in training, the mighty men with bulging biceps and triceps, and say, God said, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, and then go get a little boy, a shepherd boy with no experience, who smells like sheep dung, been out there taking care of sheep, and sends him down into the field to fight a giant of a problem. You got a boy over here and a giant over here, and the boy is winded up, doesn't even have a sword. He got a rock in his hand, saying, I come at you in the name of the Lord. The giant laughed at first until he found out the power of a, oh my God, the power of a little thing. I don't know who I'm preaching to. You're saying, Lord, I don't have but a little bit. But God says, all I need is a little bit. I'm going to use the little bit.
Still to come on the Potter's Touch.
God said, I'm not going to use anything that died to bless you. I'll use something that you got left to bless you. So don't cry over what you used to have, but look at what you got left, because God is going to do something with what you've got. I'm going to quit. I feel like preaching. I'm going to.
Thank God for the little things that are in God. And I am thankful that God blessed me. 2,000 followers. May God bless everybody that listens to this. God, like I said, has changed my channel. You know that I'm bipolar, and this is the bipolar channel. You never know what we might get, but you always know that you're going to get love, hugs, and kisses. You're always going to get that. But for sure, somewhere in all the craziness, you're going to get God.
Little days. Don't despise what you perceive to be little people. Oh my God. This is a big principle in a small package. This is a big principle in a small package. You can lose a big marriage over. You can lose a big opportunity over. There's been people I interviewed and they had all the qualifications for the job, but I scratched their name out over. Oh, somebody who's been to my minister's classes and my workshops, they said, has been preaching 15, 20 minutes, and he had not touched text. You're right. I've been circling all around the runway of one simple expression. Joseph. I didn't forget. Was locked up in jail. He has every right to have an attitude. He is in jail, incarcerated, locked up, in prison, in a foreign country, out of his element, in a country full of people who have no respect for his ethnicity. So even if he were free, he would be a little bit bound because he's different. But in the top of all of that, he's in jail. And while he is in jail, a butler and a baker come up to an inmate and ask the inmate to provide services to stir up your gift and bless somebody who have no power to bless you back. Why in the world would they have the audacity to think that I would help you at a time that I'm going through myself? Who are you anyway? You're just an inmate, just like me. You have no power. You have no authority. You can't pay me. Why should I help you? Somehow, Joseph does not despise the small thing that have come to test his character will have big ramifications. If he handles it right, it's going to be his ticket out of his dilemma. I don't know who I've got to preach to this morning, but the Lord has been talking to me all night, telling me to tell you what you're going through is just a test. It might look insignificant, but it's just a test. If you handle it right, God is going to open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. If you handle it right, this will be the ticket that opens up the door to get you out. Laugh at me if you want to, but you show me any door and I'll show you that the key is all in the door. It's the small things that opens the door. Joseph interprets the dream. He shares the dream and says, when you get out, remember me. And here's where we lose it. When they got out, they forgot him. I want to take about 3 minutes and talk to people who help people who forgot you. Is there anybody in here at all who has noticed that the people you do the most for? I want to preach to forgotten people, overlooked people. You help people, and then when you get in trouble, they walk away. You encourage them about their child, and when your child got in trouble, they talked about your child like a dog. Is there anybody in here who knows what it's like to be forgotten? He helped them without an attitude. He watched them escape a prison he was still in. Have you ever had somebody take your advice and ended up better than you? You trained them and they got promoted over top of you. You gave them some advice and they got loose and their marriage got better and you ended up divorced. Have you ever seen somebody get out while you stayed in? But Joseph kept a good attitude. Stayed thankful in his heart. Avoided the temptation to become bitter. With all diligence, with all might, with all guts and tenacity, whatever you go through, don't let it make you bitter. Fight it. Fight it if you have to slap yourself in the face. Tell yourself, shut up and don't think that no more, because if you keep thinking that, you're going to get nasty. Oh my God, I'm helping somebody today. I got to be. And they forgot him. But I serve a God who is not unjust to forget your labor of love. And when the time is right, the Bible says you will reap in due season. Due season, not D-O. D-U-E. Not D-O. D-U-E. D-O is action. But this is not going to be a result of any action that you did. It's going to be D-U-E, which is a matter of time. And God said, you ain't got to do anything. When the time is right, I'll make them remember what. And whoever I'm preaching to, the Lord told me last night that this is your due season. I'm talking to somebody who's been ignored, overlooked, ostracized, been faithful, feel like it's not working, at your wits' end. Other people got out, you stayed in, you kept a good attitude, even when you look like a fool. Wherever you are, when I think about God, I think about chess. is a game of strategy. And God is a strategic God. And he'll let the right person place at the right time and overhear the right conversation so that he can move you out. And I started into this yesterday, and I didn't finish it till this morning. But the Lord told me to tell you he's about to make a move. And somebody said, well, what about the baker that died? God said, I'm not going to use anything that died to bless you. I'll use something that you got left to bless you. So don't cry over what you used to have, but look at what you got left, because God is going to do something with what you've got. I'm going to quit. I feel like preaching. I'm going to. In his providence, his providential grace, saved of grace, providential grace, speaks to that is saved almost miserly against an appropriate time. In his providence, he waited and let the blessing go into storage so that when you need it the most, it will come back to bless you. In his providence, he let the right man live and be in the presence of the Pharaoh on the right day, at the right time, and when the time was right, God started moving stuff around. I've been praying about the recession. I want it to be over. God said, don't worry about what you see on TV. Look at what you see in my word and tell my people that I'm about. Somebody holler, move it around, Lord. Move it around, Lord. As we close today, I want to remind you to thank God for the little things as we celebrate this Thanksgiving season. We ought to always be thankful. We ought to always rejoice in the God of our salvation. And this is a reminder to thank God, not just for the big things, but for the little things. A warm place to stay. As someone who loves you, somebody who did a nice thing. It doesn't always have to be big. Great testimonies to be thankful. If you learn to appreciate what he has